It's showtime.
BS and Beer Media, in association with STWFTV, the Podcasting Network.
Introducing the best in the world! Ooh, yeah!
Welcome into the show, best in the world. Hashtag BITW. I'm Dan. We got Trell, the OTC for Sports View Wrestling in the house. What's going on, bro?
Hey man, what's going on, Dad? How we doing?
All good, man. All good. Jake in the house. What's going on, Jake?
I'm only here for about 10 minutes. What's up, fellas?
All good, man. All good. All right. Well, hey, you see the number one topic?
I didn't even know Charlotte was unhappy, but Bayley's future, she did all she could.
Because it is rumored that her contract is set to expire, and free agency rumors have been reported, and basically hasn't signed an extension with WWE yet as it nears the completion. It is said that AEW has been monitoring her status closely, and they have heavy interest in bringing her into the women's division. And you guys know how good of friends Bayley is with Mercedes Moné, and she is over there in AEW. And I mean, of course, Bayley's been to AEW shows plenty of times to check out Mercedes and everything like that. Jake, do you believe these speculations about Bayley actually leaving WWE?
I do, and the only reason I think so is because I think she has reached the pinnacle in her WWE career. I think she's done everything. She's won every kind of match that's been a WWE thing, Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble. I believe she's won in a cage match or an elimination chamber. I mean, she's done it all, been in tag teams, won every championship. She's one of the most, decorated women's superstars they've ever had. I think new place, same face would do pretty good for her. I don't mean to say this bad, but I mean, Thekla's really the only thing that got going on, a lackluster AEW division. It brings some excitement there.
Okay. Troll, what you think about Bayley possibly leaving?
I believe it. Like Jake was saying, she's been there, done that, done it all, and plus she's been very vocal in interviews. If you follow the breadcrumbs of how she's felt about being used in WWE, and seeing her track record all through the years, that they throw her a bone with a championship here and there, but 9 times out of 10, she's always been the forgotten one, the unutilized one, the unappreciated one. So she's still got a lot to give in the world of women's wrestling. So unless WWE pulls a rabbit out of their hat in the witching hour and get this girl to sign, Mercedes Moné got Tony Khan by the jugulars, and by the word, just say the word, just come on over. We'll make sure you're good. I'll make sure Tony Khan treats you good. And the fact that her contract runs out, she has no complete clause, or she can sign whenever she wants if WWE doesn't add any injury time to her contract. So,
what if they just beat dicks and released her on the last day?
Yeah.
Maybe. But I see her leaving. Get out while you still can, while you're still in your prime. You still got a little bit left to give. She'll bolster up that women's roster in AEW real quick.
Okay.
You know what I think she should do if she does change brands, though? WWE owns the Bayley name. Do what Rhino did. Change that Y to an I.
I think she has another name already. It's something Rose. I forgot what the first name was, but Um, I think there's names that's been thrown out there that she's going to use that's like kind of personal to her. So
Okay. So she's not gonna roll out there with Pam?
probably
Come on, you know she doesn't
not.
even like.
I'd
You
be
know she doesn't
surprised.
even like. You know she doesn't even like being called Pam. Even Pams don't want to be named Pam.
Still I call her Pam because she be pamming.
All right, fellas, I
All
gotta go. I'll talk to you later.
right, man.
Later.
Um, let's talk about the other Divina Rose. Divina Rose. Okay. That's the possible name then. Okay. Yes, indeed. All right. Well, let's talk about the other one. Um, and that is Charlotte Flair. The rumors are saying that she's expressing frustration over the creative direction and that she is unhappy. And the unhappiness has intensified after fans noticed her liking social media posts critical of the women's division booking. So reports indicate that she feels underutilized, and I don't know why she feels underutilized, but especially after being placed in tag team storylines rather than main event storylines, feuds, and critics and Hall of Famers have echoed concerns about the division's direction, adding fuel to the ongoing speculation. Flair is pushing for a major creative refresh, including potential new faction to invigorate her television presence. Um, how much do you believe in this?
I really don't believe in the part of her being frustrated about her personal character
Hmm.
because she's on TV every week. She's in a high profile feud with Jay Cargill right now. So I don't, but I do believe her following and liking tweets that are critical to the women's division because at times the women's division does not get booked the way it should be. And a lot of
Okay.
people are stepping up and being vocal about it and, liking the tweets, trying to get the bosses of the higher up say, listen to the fans. We need these women being booked better. So that part I do believe because we've been saying it on shows after shows that the women's wrestling deserves to get booked a little bit better than what it has been a few times. I mean, we have Liv Morgan as a women's world champion, and she hasn't defended it. She won the thing back in
Mhm.
WrestleMania. So, and then Rhea Ripley's still out with injury. So there is a lot of stuff they're not doing booking wise. So that part I do agree, but her being frustrated with herself, unless it's something that we don't know, um, I don't. I'm not mad at her for wanting a whole new, fresh directive. I mean, she's not asking for championship matches.
Okay.
Um, she just want her character to evolve, do something else, be in high profile spots, and it doesn't involve. It doesn't have to involve championships. So I'm not mad at her for that.
The what I saw earlier on, and I don't mean today, but early on in the whole storyline is she loved um, going the tag team route to boost up the tag team titles and also to spend time with Alexa Bliss and everything like that. And so to find out she's frustrated or unhappy or whatever, like I don't know, like it just don't seem right to me.
I just think it's the booking of the women's division.
Yeah,
There's a lot of frustration, even as fans, we're frustrated on how the
right.
women's division is being booked. So I think it's more of the women in totality, more than her actual personal character.
Okay, okay, all right. Well, we'll see what's going to happen with Bayley's future, and if there be a change in the future of Charlotte Flair. So let's get to some news and rumors. Zelina Vega, she has a new ring name according to trademark filings. Is Zelina with an X? Um, And so that appears to be the new name that she's going to go by. She is accepting independent bookings, and she has remained open to them since the release. She's already scheduled up
Mhm.
some appearances and everything like that. So what do we think? She keeping the name Zelina.
First of all, I applaud her for the creativity of finding a way to still be able to pronounce it Zelina and not get sued by WWE,
Right.
because sometimes the X does sound like a Z.
Mhm.
Just like the one show Xena Warrior Princess. When I was growing up, I thought it was a Z, and then I looked at the title, it was spelled with an X. So it's kind of like how Rhino changed the Y to an I, so you
Yeah.
can still pronounce it, but you ain't got to worry about any cease or desisting. So I'm glad she's able to still use her name. I seen her sneak peek of what's to come in that little trailer that she did, which is dope because she went through all her accomplishments, including unfortunately, when her dad died in the World Trade Center on 9/11.
Yeah.
So she chronologized that all in one video. So I thought that was cool. So I'm anxious to see where she would go. I mean, there's MOW. She could pop up in TNA. There's AEW, NWA. Like she can go in House of Glory.
Hmm.
I would love to see her in House of Glory. Her and Shotzi, give me some.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm happy for her. I mean, there's always life outside of the machine, so
Absolutely.
they're still she's still keeping it pushing. So shout out to her.
Absolutely. Yep. Along the same lines, release WWE stars non-compete clauses expire. This is from the April 2026 release. Free agents such as Kari Sane, Alistair Black, Zelina Vega, Bo Dallas, Nikki Cross, Dexter Loomis, Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy, Santos Escobar, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, the Motor City Machine Guns, and Zoe Stark. So they should
Mhm.
all be free, ready to sign, ready to accept bookings. Um, who do you see popping out first? Is it
Well,
Zelina?
it's already Joe Gacy. He popped up in Independence and pretty much put a challenge out to Karrion Cross. I forgot the name of the indie show that Cross was at, but he showed up in a video vignette, and basically, he's targeting Killer Cross out there in Independence. So he's already making moves. Dexter
Okay.
Loomis won a Dexter Loomis won a bodybuilding type of contest. I
Hmm.
forgot the name of it, but he's already moving. And then Nikki Cross and her husband got that promotion overseas, so they probably gonna be start doing stuff over
Yeah.
there.
They bought it was in Europe, right?
hmm
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
so they low key be making moves and stuff. So I think everyone's gonna be eating this summer. I can't wait to see where Zoe Stark lands because it was unfortunate how she wound up going.
Yeah.
And then the YS6. I mean, if the YS6 pop up, are they gonna pop up together? Or are they gonna do separate things? And every now and then come across each other in independence. It remains to be seen, but I can see them going, one toe to toe with the righteous and stuff like that. So, who knows?
Okay. All right. Yo, you got any more news and rumors for us before we move on to Saturday night main event?
I just came across something earlier because you know how Tiffany Stratton is going to be in that ladder match at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
So, according to reports, WWE had initially planned on having Tiffany Stratton defend her United States title against your girl Blake Monroe at SummerSlam.
Aha. Aha. Yeah.
And obviously it ain't happening. But you know, shame.
Yeah.
Just shame.
Yeah. We
Um,
should have had Blake on TV.
and Sheamus's contract is officially up in October 1st.
Okay. All right. There we go. Oh, all right. Cool. Good stuff. All right, man. Let's get to Saturday night main event. Happened this past Saturday, and I think it was a lot to set up. We got new title changing hands. We got some big celebrities showing up, and then we also got the continuation of Seth and Roman here. So let's start off with the women's tag team championship. Fatal Influence defeating the Scream Mode. That's what their name was. Scream Mode. Paige and
I'm
Bree. Yeah, I didn't hear all that.
yeah,
But
they just recently officially named it Scream Mode.
oh yeah, that's terrible. It's terrible. But yes, what do we think about Fatal Influence as new tag team championships for the women?
I called it. Um, when they arrived on the scene, now when they was targeting all the champions, Rhea, they was targeting former champs Alexa and Charlotte, and they was targeting Brie and Paige. So I was like, continue the trend of these NXT call ups getting championship gold within the first 6 months of their rookie campaign, and Lord behold, they hit it right on the money. Madison Square Garden. Now those titles are going to be going hopefully on Raw and back to NXT. Cause I would love to see them have a homecoming at NXT with the tag team.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that.
The tag team gold. So I'm happy for Laney Reed and Fallon Henley. I've always been a big fan of Fallon Henley since the beginning. So to see them already successful, that confirms that WWE are pushing all their stock into Fatal Influence. So now we just got to somehow get a title around JC Jane and complete the trifecta.
Yep. U.S. Championship, Intercontinental Championship, one of them, they going to JC, guaranteed. So,
She should have been in that ladder match. She should have been in that ladder match.
yeah, you're right.
Tiff? Yeah.
So, this question here from Terry Walker: do you like the product since TKO took over? Let's look at the whole thing up until now, because I still think after TKO took over, wrestling went on this hottest streak as it's ever been. Even I'm talking about even before, better than the Attitude Era, better than Hulk Hogan era. Like it was really, really hot. I think wrestling has kind of cooled a little bit, but I still think the overall TKO takeover of WWE was a good thing. What's your thoughts?
In between, they've had hit or misses, but overall, I still love the product. Are there times where TKO should just stay out the way and let Triple H do his work? Yes, 100%. But there's times when these events actually have been good. Raw at times have been good. For a little bit, SmackDown was like going back to back to back with good shows. The past couple months ago. So, like I said, it has its hit or misses, but overall, I still love the product. It's never gonna be a get this off my TV type of deal.
Right.
They're still doing entertainment factor of WWE because that's what it's always been.
Mhm.
So I'm liking it, and more importantly, because the stars that are getting that shine right now or like I said, within 6 months they're already successful. I mean, Oba's already king in the ring, heading to SummerSlam against Brock. Trick Williams is United States champion. Lash Legend was a tag team champion. Stephanie Barker was already women's world champion within 6 months. So under Vince McMahon's ownership leadership, there wasn't that many call-ups that were getting successful. I think the only one that was truly successful was what, Kevin Owens.
Right. Yes. Yes. That was the biggest problem during the Vince era is the call-ups just weren't working. They changed them to totally different people. Um, and like he just never was familiar with the work. And he wasn't. I'm listening to a recent interview from LA Knight. He's talking about the change to was it Max or whatever
Mm-hmm.
that character was,
Mm-hmm.
and him and Vince was butting heads that entire time. You know, like
Yeah.
like Vince clearly had no idea about who this guy was, what he did, anything. He just had an idea, and he wanted this guy to do this idea, and that was it.
Yeah, they usually kept NXT in the dark. They never really mentioned NXT on TV on the main roster. So when they came up, the
Absolutely.
fans who don't watch NXT is like, who are these people? Now
Yes.
you got NXT stars sometimes crossing over. You're mixing AAA stars
Yep.
crossing over. You're adding TNA stars crossing over. So
Yep.
under TKO, they're still letting Triple H, branch out. So they're combining everything. So now you're hearing about NXT's PLE that's coming up, or
Yeah.
when someone gets called up, they bring up their accolades from NXT. So it's now
Yes.
people know who they are, and they want to
They,
go
they
down there to see what Shawn Michaels got cooking up over there.
yeah, they cross promote like a mofo. So that's great. So all right, let's move forward. And the no disqualification match between Danhausen and JD McDonough. Danhausen went over. He had plenty of people come out. This was at MSG. So the big Cathausen coming out doing the choke slam on Dom really got over. And how did you enjoy this one?
I said it on Saturday. He did a great job with those choke slams.
Mm-hmm.
I know Ness is probably going to kill me because it's Dominic Mysterio, but he didn't mess it up. He didn't seem slow. He knew his mark and exercised it. So I loved it. And I'm glad it happened because people word on the street is some people in the higher ups of WWE wasn't really too thrilled of all the extra Knicks stuff being programmed to the show. So if they didn't do this, we still would have been asking who's the big body underneath that table.
Right. Yeah.
So pretty much, Car Anthony Towns was the payoff of who was under that table. So then you got to
Yeah.
worry about him in the laboratory no more.
There we go.
So
There we
I
go.
enjoyed it. It was good for Cat.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, Danhausen's on every damn show. He got him a spot on Saturday Night Main Event.
He was on
So this,
NXT the other night.
yeah, he was. He was. Yep. So yeah, man. Look, I like Saturday Night Main Event in this era more than any other era. Like it's
Yeah,
this one is a lot better.
yeah, because
So
because people are still trying to expect the '80s Saturday Night's main event, the
hmm
'90s Saturday Night's main event. It's like people gotta understand this is 2026. This is a
hmm
whole different decade, different era, different time. So this is it's still the same.
yeah.
They had I'm watching old school clips of Saturday Night's main event. It was still entertainment. They still
hmm
had BS matches that was just there for the show. So this this is no different. It's more entertaining than before. So it's just people are just still stuck on the old expectations instead of just enjoying the new versions
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah. Exactly, man. Exactly. Let's talk about Nick Aldis coming out to make sure that Gunther gets his just due here, does not get the win. The undisputed WWE champion CM Punk and Cody Rhodes go over Gunther and Sami Zayn, and this leads to some more blows between Gunther and Nick Aldis here. So, your thoughts here on this match and the story going forward here?
I'm happy with it. When he got choked out multiple times, I'm like he has to show up at Saturday Night's main event. If he didn't show up on Friday, I was like keep him Friday, have him show up Saturday, and somehow screw Gunther over and have Sami Zayn take that pin. I didn't expect Gunther to take the pin. So I thought that was kind of interesting that Sammy got out of there unpinned.
Mm-hmm.
So that was new, and I'm glad that it happened that way because yes, Gunther is still a monster, but he doesn't have to. There's nothing wrong with him taking L's every now and then for the furtherment of the story. But I'm liking this whole and the fact that they got into a fight at Fanatics Fest at at the SummerSlam kickoff on Sunday. They got into a
Mm-hmm.
fight again, and that's when the match was made official. But as of now, Triple H has not addressed his job as GM yet.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
something to look forward to in the next couple of days. Maybe they address it on SmackDown. I think Triple H should be the one to address it since he was the one that on screen hired him.
Yes.
So it would have made perfect sense. Like either after SummerSlam, just ask him, listen, if this is not over, you can't be general manager or something. Then they bring in somebody else. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving this for Nick. All this. Hopefully, this is not a one and done when he comes out of semi-retirement just to get retired officially by the career killer. So hopefully, there's more of Nick Aldis down the line.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. All right, and to the last segment, of course, um, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, they get into it, but we're bringing in basketball players. Roman Reigns came out with Jalen Brunson, gave him the gift of the WWE title, well the World Championship title, sorry, and
They
then
look nice.
yeah, put the Knicks and stuff on it, Brunson on it and stuff.
And
Um, and Seth Rollins has something up his sleeve as he brings out Therese Halliburton, who is an Indiana Pacer and hated in New York. So they keep this going alive.
mm-hmm,
But him and
mm-hmm.
Roman get physical and everything like that. Roman gets the overall win here to go off the air. But your thoughts here about the ending here, Saturday Night Main Event?
Listen, despite some people that we know that complain that this went on last, I was happy with how they closed the show. You closed the show with the tribal chief, and you closed the show
Yes,
with the man
yes.
that gave the city their first ever championship, the King of New York, Jalen Brunson. So his intro was dope. Name and the man was in the locker room, had the little Goldberg like entrance, ran into the tribal chief, and they both put the ones up with the power. Listen, man, that's how you send the city of New York home happy. Uh, yes, they could have had the fatal the tag team match, but that would have been it. Having this is pretty much a second celebration parade for Jalen Brunson, but this time
Hmm.
WWE's behind the production. So, and that world title Knicks one is way better than the WWE title for the Knicks. So if this is a thing, I'm gonna need them to do one for the Saints. I'm gonna need to do them to do one for the Miami Heat because I'll buy that one over the other one.
Yeah, yeah. I guess it is possible. Um, but yeah, man, this was very entertaining for me. Look, Roman
Mm-hmm.
to end Saturday Night Main Event, in my opinion. So
Mm-hmm.
how's
Can't wait.
the light? So all right. Um, let's move over to NXT because we had a pretty good show there. Um, quick thoughts about Saquon Sugars and his match versus Dark State. I know he lost and everything like that, but we got some Sugars chants or something like that in the crowd. What you think?
Yeah, he's organically about to get over, which is a good thing. The fact that he has some fans chanting his name, that means they're on to something. So I'm looking forward to see what he does next. Maybe put him in the North American title picture further down the road once he's officially done with Dark State. Because eventually this feud with him and Dark State got to end.
Yeah.
So he won the first match. He lost this one, so I'm pretty sure there's gonna be another one. And yeah, I think the sky's the limit for Sugars. So I'm happy. I'm happy with the progression he has so far.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it too, man. I really do. Um, let's talk about, let's see, the grudge match. Jada Parker defeats Natty with Carmen Petrovic and Nita Lyons, Nikita Lyons. God dang it. All right. But Natty's little group here, and Jada's getting the win. Jada got a win, bro. Like I had to complain that Jada takes a lot of L's here, but she got the dub.
hmm thanks to Thea Hale, because Nikita Lyons, she's about to throw in the towel, and Carmen was like,
Yes.
no, 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 you don't. And then Thea Hale, who got disrespected by Natty earlier in the show, came back and bitter in the New York, you know what,
Hmm.
and threw the towel in. So yeah, man, Jada Park got that dub. This is I didn't know it was gonna be a trilogy match, but I'm glad it is, because obviously they're gonna run this back again,
Yeah.
and it might be a heat wave. But Jada needed round two. She either looked strong round two, and she looked really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Listen, her doing the sharpshooter, I almost did
Yes.
the Kermit the Frog, you know. Um, you know, but
I feel you.
yeah, but yeah, she needs to. I'm glad she won this one, and if there's a third one, obviously Jada Parker should get the last laugh and
Yeah.
earn Natalia's respect, because I'm pretty sure Layla Diggs is going to be somewhere lurking when that third match happens.
Yes. So, um, where does this put Thea Hale like in this whole story here? Like, is she's not gonna beef with some of Natty girls, or what do you think is the gonna happen from this?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I do not know. I'm
Mhm.
just glad we saw her on TV. She hasn't been featured in Endeavored, um, and she's still around. So eventually, I don't know, man. I wish I knew. Obviously she's not ready for a call up, but they might
Right.
put her on one day. But she is a former champion. Maybe she'll go down to Evolve and feud with Nikita. Um, or maybe she joins Natty's group
Mm,
at some
okay.
point.
Okay.
So
Like a double swerve kind of thing.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
All right. Let's talk about Raina Volkan as she defeats Skylar Ray. Um, this was her debut match here. So how do you think she looked? The presentation, the music, everything.
Presentation is. I love the presentation. She kind of gives me like a Dominican version of Jordan Grace.
Yes, absolutely.
Um, but um, but anywho, I love it. She's gonna be, the more I look at her, the more I feel like in another year or so, she's gonna be at the top of the NXT Women's Division, and she could be the one to take down Kendall Gray. Kendall Gray is still champion by then. I'm already salivating on the matches between her and Killer Callie Armstrong.
Mhm.
Those two are going to tear the house down in NXT, carrying that load on their own. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
loving it so far. So let's see how it goes.
yep, yep. I agree about so much about the Jordan Grace thing, though. Like so much.
Yeah, but that's not a
Or
bad thing.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not even mad at it. You know.
absolutely, absolutely. Um, NXT championship, the street fight, Tony D'Angelo defeated Naraku to retain the championship. This one went all over the place. They used all kind of weapons. Um, everything was going on in this match here. What's your thought on it?
I love this match. This match was crazy. I thought that Narako was gonna have help and defeat Tony D'Angelo,
Yeah.
but the fact that Tony D still came out on top, I was happy they're giving him a good run as an NXT champion. But I'm pretty sure you're gonna get to this in the second deal because his championship reign definitely could be in jeopardy this summer.
Yes, as we had a debut uh, from TNA show up and directly point at the champion. I want you. So this gonna happen.
I mean, Mike Santana's in the building. I mean, they haven't said his name yet. I hate when they don't
Yes,
say their people's names yet. It makes me worried that the name's going to get
yes.
changed. But
But his
so
music
far,
was the
WWE
same.
Facebook still calls him Mike. Yeah. So far, WWE, I'm pretty sure it's going to change eventually.
Hmm.
Especially if he gets called up. I'm definitely 100% sure because Jordan Grace has changed when she got called up.
Right.
So far, his name is still Mike Santana, but they haven't officially said it yet that I know of. I know he had a video clip with Shawn Michaels in the locker room, so I don't know if he called him Mike Santana or not. But that name is good the way it is, so everybody knows him as Santana or Mike Santana. I wouldn't be surprised if they cut the mic off and just call him Santana.
Hmm.
It will still work.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
but I'm happy for it. I'm glad he's here. Um, I wish they debuted him at Saturday Night's Main Event just for him to be there to get that New York love, his hometown love. But it is what it is. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's in NXT though.
Yep. Yep. All right, now let's move forward to Raw. We had a non-title tag team match, Braun Breaker Division, and Austin Theory. Of course, they had a match and defeated Javon Evans and Dragon Lee. Um, your thoughts on this new look vision? Like Paul Heyman kind of left him, right? Like what do you need me for and everything like that. Just your thoughts on this whole thing here.
Yeah. It's kind of weird how they just pivot and just have Paul just leave. Because since the division was riddled with injuries and obviously it's because Braun Breaker put Paul Heyman through the barricade a few weeks back.
Mhm.
So I'm pretty sure he still ain't forget about that. And ever since he's been back, he has not associated himself with the division. He's been more focused with Brock, which I think might set up him going to SmackDown as general manager.
Mhm.
But we shall see how that goes. But them getting Maxine, Heyman's like, you don't need me anymore. This woman is already, she's smart. She got the tag team titles back, so y'all don't need me. So I think we're gonna get the new look vision. I'm just anxious to see how long it's gonna last because there's rumblings that maybe the vision has ran its course because they've been riddled by injuries after
Right.
injury after injury.
Right.
Logan Paul's injured right now, and knock on wood, Austin Theory is fine. And you still got Bronson Reed coming back. How that's gonna play out? Is he still gonna join the vision?
Mhm.
And then with Braun Breaker being frustrated with his creative, where he's being booked because he was supposed to be the main guy going up, but I don't know if you saw on Real, they backpedaled probably after he hurt his groin because they was afraid of shoving him down, our throats. But it was one of those where we wanted Braun Breaker up there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I'm just anxious to see how long the vision's gonna last. But I like the new look.
Yeah, I'm on episode 2 or 3 for Unreal right now. So yeah, I'm pretty early. I think I just got through most live stuff. I
Uh
think.
yeah.
So yeah, that's what we were going through.
Yeah, I finished it up the other day. So whenever you finish it up, I mean round
Yeah.
table discussion.
Oh yeah. You know it. You know
Unless
it. You know it, man. All right. Let's talk about Oba destroying JD McDonough. I mean, we knew this was gonna happen. It was fun to see him get destroyed. It's fun to see Oba come out here and do his thing. Your thoughts here, man?
Man, poor JD, man. I mean, shout out to Dan Hazaver with the alley oop and set him up for failure with the bag of
Yes.
money and stuff like that. And when he tossed it over his shoulder, everyone was looking like, you might want to turn around.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then we saw it was Oba, and he tried to throw Danhausen on the bus because it was Danhausen's bag. But he's like, well, he threw it, so we all knew JD was gonna die, and he died a painful and agony death.
Appreciate you, JD.
Mm-hmm. Like
We
she
appreciate
said,
you.
packed him up, man. It was the funniest funeral I ever seen in my life.
Yes. Yes, we appreciate you, JD. Somebody got to take that pen. Somebody got to get beat down like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah, man. Everybody needs a snack for the main course, and that was a
Yes.
that was a light, power bar before we get to the restaurant.
Yes, absolutely. All right, let's talk about Solo Sokoa offering alliance to Seth Rollins here. So, of course, Seth going up against Roman Reigns,
Mm-hmm.
the Bloodline, of course, and Solo Sokoa's got beef with the Bloodline here.
Mm-hmm.
So he's proposing this alliance. This could be good for Solo, bringing him underneath Seth's wing here. What's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I think Solo's more well established now that he doesn't have to be under
Okay.
anyone's wing anymore. He's proven that he's learned enough and a lot under Roman Reigns those 2 to 3 years. So I think obviously this has war games written all over it. We're pretty much getting the war games teams being set up here, and him offering to help Seth Rollins at SummerSlam only further has me speculating that we might get Zilla to counter Solo's attempt. And if everyone knows the history, Zilla is a son of Umaga who's been calling out Solo the past couple years for using his dad's gimmick back when Solo was actually be more of a Umaga as the enforcer. So there's
Yes.
history there. So and Zilla is ready to go. He's off probation and stuff like that. So congratulations to him. So if he gets involved, I think someone's going to get involved on Roman's behalf to make sure he wins, and then this is going to set up the war game. So this Seth and Roman thing is not over yet. I think we're going to get Team Seth versus Team Roman and the Bloodline this November in Houston, because it's in Houston. Survivor Series in Houston, and Zilla Fatu, as we know, currently resides in Houston.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
So the stars are lining up here. It's just are they going to keep it that way? Is the question.
Okay. Joe Hendry with Danhausen and Io Sky defeats the AAA Mega Champion Dominic Mysterio with Liv Morgan, and this one was pretty interesting. They got a lot of people involved. Of course, you bring Danhausen in. There's gonna be some funny stuff going in. They still trying to get their money back from Danhausen after the Saturday Night Main Event thing. And and Danhausen brought out a suitcase. Judgment Day stole it, and only to find out backstage it was full of fake money. So that set them off, of course, and they wanted their revenge and everything. And of course, this leads to Mysterio losing the match to Joe Hendry. Real quick on a sidebar with Joe Hendry. Does Michael Cole have a problem saying Hendry?
They keep saying Henry, huh? Joe,
Yes,
Joe Henry.
yes.
Maybe. I mean, we all heard how Wade Barrett says people's names, and we
But he's
all
European.
know
We
how
we
Riri
get
was
it.
infamous on.
Yeah, we
Right.
get
Um,
it.
I don't know. Maybe he's doing it on purpose, or maybe he just can't say Hendry. Maybe you should swap him out with Booker T. Booker T can show him how to introduce Joe Hendry. Um, but yeah, and plus back to Danhausen, he actually went to the back, tried to curse Liv Morgan again because Liv Morgan was still talking her ish. She stopped that. He went to the back and came out with EO.
Yes,
So that pretty much neutralized Liv Morgan.
yes.
And we had Danhausen doing the Joe Hendry dance and turn. So listen, more Danhausen, the better. He's not getting old. He's getting more over every week. And it doesn't feel like it's over the top. It's just the simplest things, and the man just naturally funny.
Yeah, yeah. They're not putting any titles on the man. They're just giving them some wacky storylines and putting them on TV. It's literally it.
He looks like a kid, with the vampire or monster costume, and he's just living his best life.
Yeah.
So, but now he has a match with Dominic at SummerSlam. So you think Dominic's gonna break the curse or break his winning streak?
Ah, that that's interesting. Yeah, I think they get the mega championship off of him by now, by then, and he will continue
No, SummerSlam's next
to
week.
go down. Oh, you're right. Okay, so he is supposed to defend the mega championship. When is that supposed to happen?
Triple Mania most likely. That's in September.
Ah, got you, got you. Okay, okay, because that to me that's the problem with having him lose is hey he's still your champion. I get these down. We want to see him get beat up and all this other kind of stuff. I get that, but he's still a champion somewhere, right?
Yeah, but Triple H storylines don't really cross over to WWE storylines, so it would really hurt him if he takes L's in the main roster most of the time anyway, so it doesn't help him. And when he's down in Mexico, that man's a different man. He's a different animal. So
Ah, gotcha.
yeah, it's
All right.
WWE.
All right. And let's get to the bloodline in the main event.
Stacking
They pretty
bodies.
much, yeah, they pretty much took care of business, knocking out everybody. LA Knight, Royce Key, Solo Sokoa, everybody goes down here with the bloodline. So with this happening, Jacob Fatu, Royce Keys officially going to blows and everything like that. That friendship's dead.
Mm-hmm.
And the bloodline stands tall here. Where does LA Knight land after this? They're getting rid of the bloodline.
Uh, LA Knight's crusade against the bloodline has led him to this. I mean, he's even teaming up with someone that's formerly from the bloodline. So it'd be interesting to see how War Games pan out with him and Seth Rollins, because clearly him and Seth Rollins will be on the same team at War Games. So, but this is, if you notice, Dad, this is literally the first time where the Usos and Jacob Fatu are on the same page at the same
Yes,
time.
yes, absolutely.
That is dangerous work when they are on one mission, on one accord. Because Nessa said it best yesterday. In order for them to win at SummerSlam, Jey Uso needs to stop trying to sun Jacob and just let stuff happen. Just stay out that man's way, because he's not gonna listen to you. He's on the orders of Roman Reigns, so all y'all need to just follow the orders of Roman Reigns and just defend the family and keep it at that. Keep the egos in check, Jay,
Yeah,
because even Jimmy moves different now. He's not that jokester all the time as much. He's more serious. So I called this like last year when you have Roman and the Usos on the same page, moving at the same time with the same mindset. It's gonna be deadly. Now you add Jacob Fatu to it. Like ain't nobody safe, man.
Right. Yep. Yep. I agree, man. I agree. So, all right. Anything else? WWE. I didn't bring up that you want to talk about because we'll wrap up the thing with AEW's pay per view on Sunday.
Um, how do you feel about like the women's ladder match? I mean, you cool with the people in it because I still think that Tiffany Stratton didn't need to be in it. I think JC Jane. Well, I'm not gonna say. Well, yeah, because she's the United States champion, so she should have been defending that title at SummerSlam and not trying to be a double champ. So I think they dropped the ball on not having JC Jane in it.
Yes, JC Jane is definitely a big omission there, um, especially the fact like everybody else got titles now, so we definitely need to get her with something on. That would be the perfect way to do it. So um, I don't know, maybe
Mm-hmm.
they figure out some other kind of way to squeeze her in there or something. I don't know.
Hopefully, man, because I had her be like the future and have her win the championship and have her unify it with Rhea Ripley whenever she gets back, and obviously probably gonna have Rhea win it, but at least JC Jane was a champion, so she has something to look more to as far as chasing that title again at
Yeah.
some point. But I think they definitely missed the ball not having JC Jane in there.
Your thoughts on them announcing it's going to be an interim championship?
Um, at first I laughed at it, but at the same time, because my first instinct is just strip her of the title. While we're doing interims for, but I get why they did it. They do it in that's how UFC runs it when their champ goes down. They have an interim champion until the champion comes back, and then you unify them there to be the undisputed. I get it, but it just falls into the booking of the women's division. When Rhea hurt her shoulder years ago, she vacated the championship. So it's like you could just have her vacated, have someone else win it, and then obviously have her win it back. But I'm not gonna harp on it too much because having an interim champ, it's gonna be interesting how they book it against Rhea. Does Rhea retain? Does she lose? So it has a dynamic to it. So I'm it's a new twist to this. So if champions go down, are you gonna do that for all the titles, or are they just doing this for Rhea?
Yeah, yeah. That's pretty good. Pretty good question there. Um, I think it's just because it's just because it's real. I like the
Mm-hmm.
interim route. I'm not a fan of the stripping the championship thing. Number one, I hate the freaking argument when the person comes back. I never lost my championship. God, shut up. I hate that. I hate that. It's a championship I never lost. But also, with the surprising return, you get now a big matchup of, hey, I'm the champ. No, I'm the champ. And you
Mm-hmm.
get that matchup. It's always built in. That's why I like Inter.
Actually, I don't think John Cena's ever been interim champ. I think they played it to where CM Punk left the company, so they needed a new champion, and then CM Punk came back, and that's what they did with it. I don't think they acknowledged John Cena as the champion until CM Punk came back. So I don't think he's ever been an actual interim champ. But yeah, I'm not gonna go ape on it. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, AEW does it, but
I heard complaints
AEW,
about them too, though, doing
yeah,
it. So
And plus, it's Tony Khan, so he does a lot of things, so people are not really
yeah,
surprised. So when it's new in WWE, of course, people who don't who are not used to things being new, they're crap over it. But I like how whenever she comes back, like, oh, that's cute, but I'm still the one around here. So that I like that dynamic. I hope. And plus, like you said, it keeps it from stripping her of the championship. Because I was gun ho of her vacating it, because she hasn't defended it at all
right.
since
Yes.
Italy, and that was months ago. So, but now since they're doing this interim thing, I'm not mad at
Yeah.
it. So hopefully, this is gonna be something moving forward. If another champion gets hurt, they have someone to step up, and if they have a champion return, because if it's just for Rhea, okay, but that'd be cool if they can do that for other people instead of
Yeah.
having them
Yes.
vacate. Now if it's like a long injury where
Yeah.
they're out, close to a year, then you vacate.
Yes. That one I understand. Yes. 'Cause you can have an interim champion for like a year. I get that. Yes.
Yeah. Now if you're gonna be out for at least 2 to 3 months, throw the interim on there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Yeah. I'm good
I
with
I,
that.
I can see that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's move forward to AEW Redemption. I believe this is the first time we've had
Yep.
AEW Redemption here.
Yep.
So let's start off with the no holds barred match: Chris Jericho versus Tommaso Ciampa. And Jericho's supposed to be bringing the Painmaker,
Hmm.
and
Um,
Ciampa says he's
I
bringing the
mentioned
Psycho
this.
Killer.
That's gonna be great. The Painmaker and the Psycho Killer. I'm gonna pick Ciampa on this one.
Okay.
I think Jericho's giving back to
Yeah.
to the new guys, so
Yeah.
I think Champa can benefit from this more. So I got Champa beating the former multi-time world champ.
Great. I'm with you there as well. Grudge match, tag team match champion. I'm sorry, tag team match. It is John Moxley and Will Ospreay versus the Young Bucks. Um, for that one, I'm going, Ospreay, Moxley, but it's gonna be some spots because the Young Bucks in
Yeah, and it's probably gonna be some color spots because Mox is in
it.
it.
That's right. That's right. Mox got bleed, baby. Mox got bleed.
I think obviously it's gonna be Osprey and Mox. I think Osprey's gonna ride this wave all the way to All In. He shouldn't really take any losses anytime soon, and Mox is still the champ as well. So I see the Bucks going down. So I got Mox and Will.
Okay. All right. Let's go to this match here for the AEW International Championship: Kyle Fletcher versus Bandito. Um, for this one, I'm going to pick Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher just won his championship. They're not making him transfer it yet. Your thoughts?
I mean, they did do it with the World Heavyweight Championship. So I would not put it out of the realm of possibility. But in all seriousness, I got Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher's not losing. He's
Yeah.
not losing the championship at all. So yeah, it's the prototype.
Yep. Um, let's see. The Death Riders, Claudio and Pac go up against Cage and Cope for the AEW Tag Team Championships. Give me the old dudes to retain. What's your thoughts?
Um, hmm. Let's see. We're at Redemption. We're in.
Look at that. We got
I
somebody
got I
watching
got Edge. I
Philippines,
mean,
son.
shout out to the Philippines.
Love
Um,
it.
I got Cajun Cope, CNC man.
Yeah.
I mean, the Death Rider is gonna beat them down, but I got CNC.
Yep. Yep. All right. And Tekla goes up against Willow Nightingale, defending her AEW World Championship. I think Tekla is on a roll here. She's pretty hot, and people will not want to see her lose, even though it is cute Willow. She is the cutest girl in wrestling, and I just think Tekla is going to win here. What's your thought?
This is one of those where they could pull the trigger on Willow because you,
What?
as of right now, you're looking at Mercedes and Tekla at All In. You know, two heels for the championship. I know it doesn't really matter much in AEW. Could we see heels, have matches against each other in tournaments and stuff like that? But Willow and Mercedes obviously got unfinished history with each other, so I can see them giving the belt to Willow. Now is she going to be the transitional loser to Mercedes? That remains to be seen. I would rather have her have a good title reign with the Women's World Championship, but Tekla is hot right now. There's no one like her in any women's division on any promotion. They could be setting up for her in a Tony Storm match down the road whenever Tony Storm comes back. I mean, her and Mercedes, Jesus, the promos with each other, the match itself, Divine Dominion watching Mercedes back in a way, and Sky Blue and Julia watching Tekla's back. This could be a brand warfare at Redemption. I mean, at
Mm-hmm.
All In.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, this is a tough one. Because I want Willow to do it.
Yeah.
But I think I'm just gonna go with Tekla.
Okay. Think it's a smart play, bro.
Secretly hoping Willow does do it. Secretly, hopefully Willow does do it, but I'm going with Tekla.
John
And
saying
there's no
Willow as
guarantee.
a transitional champ sucks, and Tekla's on fire right now. So I don't know.
I mean, there's no guarantee Willow would have been a transitional champion. I mean, we don't know how they're going to do this with Mercedes. I mean, what if Mercedes doesn't win, and then later on, Bayley leaves WWE? There's tag team titles situation on the horizon. I mean, she can still be champ though, but still. But Jesus, this is a tough one. But I'm still gonna stick with Tekla.
Okay. All right. And then let's move to the main event. Kenny Omega defending the AEW World Championship versus the TNT champion, Kevin Knight. I know you don't like this, Trell, as two champions going up against each other. But I am going to say Kenny Omega keeps the championship here. Long reigns the champ. What's your thoughts?
Same here. I did like what Kevin Knight said though, that if he did win the AEW World Championship, he will vacate the TNT Championship. So I mean, obviously Kevin Knight's not going to win, but it'll give him that good exposure and a test to see if he's main event ready like that, kind of how they did Swerve. So this is going to be a big test not only is going to be a big test for Kevin Knight, it's going to be a big test for Kenny Omega. So I'm going to go with the best bout machine to get this dub and to set up him possibly losing the title to
Okay.
Ospreay and all that.
John saying you can't see Mercedes winning on back-to-back years, only to lose it all at 2 years in a row at All In.
Listen, man, it's Tony Khan. We had Darby Allin win the championship on a random Wednesday night, only to lose it a few weeks later. Don't quote me. I just knowing Tony Khan, anything's possible. So I just threw it out there, you know. So.
Got you. All right. Well, look, I'm definitely gonna watch this. Make sure you take a nap on Sunday because you're gonna be up late watching this if you're gonna
Yeah.
watch it. I'm gonna take me a nap and I'm gonna
Yep.
be ready for it. And get me some AEW in, man.
Yeah, it's the only wrestling pay per view going on this weekend. Obviously, AAA is the usual
Yes.
on Saturday night, and then you got MLW. I think they're on Fridays, if I'm not mistaken, but it could be Saturdays at 3. Yeah, Saturdays at 3. They got MLW. So get you ready for AEW.
Yeah, I agree, John. Is Osprey versus Omega 3 in London. That's what it's gonna be. So
Yeah, the
I'm with
torch
you,
will be
man.
passed. The torch will be passed
Absolutely.
to the assassin, and then from
Yep.
there we'll see what Mox's gonna do after.
And curious how much Osprey's gonna wrestle after that. That's gonna be curious to see. Does he work a Brock Lesnar like schedule? Show up every quarter.
Probably not. Probably not. No one takes a break in AEW.
Or could he work an Undertaker schedule? I only show up for All In. That's it.
Nobody takes breaks in AEW. No. Like, what is that? What's taking it easy?
Yeah. Mark's been needing to take a break for a while now. Seriously.
Oh yeah.
Mark needs to go away for a while.
He definitely needs that WWE schedule again.
All right. Anything to close us out? Any news from Sports View Wrestling coming up or
No, the usual Travel Warzone on Monday, and then Wednesday we got part 2 of our Summerslam previews and predictions. We did our part 1 yesterday with the matches that were out at the time.
Yes.
So after SmackDown and Monday Night Raw, which will be in our city, which me and John will be there at Monday Night Raw. So between SmackDown and Raw, we'll have. Hey man, tell them to go to Little Rock. You know what I'm saying?
Please. My God.
Yeah. So we just gonna with after SmackDown and Raw, we'll probably find out for sure the rest of the matches in the field. So we have part 2 of that next Wednesday. So
there we go. All right, cool, man. Well, you guys enjoy the wrestling this weekend. We will, and we'll be back next week to talk about it. So until then, Kenny Omega, take us home.
I'll speak to you too. Goodbye. Mwah. Good night. Bang! Yes!
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.